Hey everyone, here's just a quick little tip if you're doing any work on like a computer or something. You're going to have a bunch of different screws that you have to remove and put aside as you're doing something. So the first thing I did is I went through the instructions of where I got the card from, and I wrote out all the different screws that I would be taking from. So there's a bottom plate of the laptop, of course. Then there's 3 screws that hold down the battery. There's a couple screws for the hard drive, the wireless antenna that basically I have to get out of the way. There's a screw on the kind of like middle plate that I believe holds the keyboard in place. And then on the other side, under the keyboard itself, there's some more screws. And then there's yet some other screws on the mid plate that has to be removed as well. Once I knew all the different places that I had to take screws from, I had this organizer here. And what's cool about this is that it has these dividers, and you can put them in different places on these rows here. So what I did is I took some of that painting masking tape, the blue tape that's very easy to remove, and I just made labels for these sections. So here's where the screws for the bottom plate would go. And I put everything in order of all the steps, so I knew, as I go through to remove the screws, they all had a place that they would go. And then also when I was done going backwards, I knew which screws I needed to grab to put the pieces back together again. Another great thing about these particular kind of storage containers is I didn't realize that the last piece that I needed to remove, this piece here, actually had very different screws. There were 3 different kinds, so I was able to add a new divider for each kind. Now I'm ready to put everything back together. This was the piece that I replaced. And now that I'm ready to put everything back together, I just go in reverse order. And as I go, I'll remove the little partitions so I keep going in the right order, and whatever screws are left are the ones that I go to next. For example, I just finished with the screws that were in this container. So I'll remove that, throw that over there, and those are the next ones I take, and I'll just keep working backwards.